Hey there hunters, Lord here, back with another Monster Hunter Wild set video after the Dreamspell and AT New Udra update. In today's video we're going to be looking at a new way to use a piece of the New Udra armor alongside some other pieces in a very nice mix set that was sent over by my good friend Poker Do. Poker does a ton of great work for Sword and Shield meta stuff as well as just meta builds in general. So once again, huge thanks to Poker for allowing me to use this set in today's video. Again, with this set, we get to utilize a piece of the New Udra Gamma armor alongside some other great pieces to build a really solid mix set that is no longer reliant on things like latent power or resentment for damage, as well as giving the huge bonuses of things like Lord Soul, Weakness Exploit, Agitator, and more. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, so first things first, this set can work for pretty much every weapon. I'm going to be showcasing it with Charge Blade because that is my main weapon. However, I will have some Insect Glaive footage in the background as well. We'll talk about that when we get to the charm on this one, how you can swap it up and make it work for all sorts of different weapons, but just know that the showcase will be with Charge Blade. So of course our weapon will change, but I've built this one for Charge Blade, so I'm rocking Magazine Handicraft, Critical 3, and a Razor Sharp / Handicraft. Now technically for more damage, going for Crit Boost 5 here in the weapon is optimal, but I like the comfort of having a little bit extra sharpness. You could of course go for a Master's Touch Jewel if you prefer that. The Guardian Charge Blades, they're super strong, so just go ahead and use whatever you'd like. For the armor, we're using the Ray Sandhelm Gamma, the Udra Miremail Gamma, the Ray Sandbraces Gamma, and then the Laggy Coil and Greaves Beta. Then for Charge Blade, our God Charm is Offensive Guard 3 with Weakness Exploit 1. You could also get Burst 1 or Agitator 1 and just change around the decorations you see here in the build. However, for weapons that maybe don't use Offensive Guard, or if you struggle to keep Offensive Guard active, this is the next tier of God Charm, which is Attack Boost 3. As you can see on this one, we have Agitator 1, so we just swapped out one of the Challenger Jewels for a Tenderizer Jewel in order to keep up all of the same skills. This allows us to get up to Attack Boost 4 by using a Magazine / Attack Jewel. In this instance, if you're using something like Insect Glaive, you might go for a Flight / Attack Jewel. Totally up to you, totally up to your weapon and what you prefer. For a more budget Rarity 5 charm, we have Handicraft 1, Agitator 1 with a level 3 slot. This allows us to actually get Agitator 5 compared to the previous sets only having Agitator level 4. So this set is more built around those of you that may not have those Rarity 8 God charms just yet, but you do have some pretty decent Rarity 5s. This is just slightly more efficient than our Craftable Charms. If we look at the Agitator 2 charm, it comes with basically 2 level 3 slots worth of efficiency. This one comes with 2 level 3 slots worth of efficiency, as well as 1 weapon decoration slot worth of efficiency. So by using this Rarity 5 charm with a level 3 slot, then either 1 Agitator, Weakness Exploit, or Burst, we can gain 1 free weapon skill, whatever you happen to have on your Rarity 5 charms. And then if you don't have any charms, you can just throw in the Agitator 2 charm like you see here. You'll still get all the same skills, you just lose out on a bit of weapon decoration efficiency. But as you can see, we have a ton of incredible skills here. We'll go ahead and pan back to our God Charm build here. We get Weakness Exploit at level 5. I went for Crit Boost level 4 because I have this Offensive Guard 3, Weakness Exploit 1, Rarity 8 charm, which allows me 1 free weapon decoration slot, allowing me to bump up my Crit Boost here. Agitator at level 4 or level 5. I was able to fit in Razor Sharp, Offensive Guard, Max Might, and Counter Strike all at level 3. Now, Counter-Strike isn't a super great skill overall if you're playing very cleanly. However, there's not much else we can fit in here, and the Udra Miremail gives us 2 pieces of Counter-Strike right out of the gate. So if you're going to get hit, you'll at least be getting some extra damage. Of course, load shells and handicraft on the Charge Blade. Yours may vary depending on the weapon you use. We also get Evade Extender level 2, allowing us to dodge further away from monster attacks. Stamina Surge level 1 helps us keep Max Might up just a little bit more often than we would without it. Burst level 1, of course, Burst 1 and Agitator 4 is better than Agitator 5 and no Burst, so we always like to slot in a single level of Burst here. I threw in a level of Shock Absorber, but as you can see, if you do have the God Charm, you have a ton of free level 1 armor slots here to fit in whatever you'd like. Divine Blessing, Fire Resistance for New Udra, anything you really like, it can go in these level 1 slots. And of course, just a single level of latent power. We also, of course, get the Lord Soul Set bonus from using 3 pieces of the Arch-Tempered Gamma armor. This gives us plus 5% attack at all times at the detriment of -5% defense. It also gives us guts, allowing us to survive a one-shot attack given we are above 50% health. And once we survive that, we gain +5% defense, +3 to all elemental resistances, but we do lose out on that attack boost. Overall, the Lord Soul setups are just some of the most comfy in the game, while still maintaining really high damage. And it's great to be able to make a build like this, where we're no longer reliant on something like latent power, which is on and off and on and off all the time during a hunt, in order to keep our damage uptime very high. With all our skills active, even with just Agitator level 4, this set is able to hit for 100% critical chance. Now the Leviathan's Fury 2-piece set bonus from Laggy is a little bit more inconsistent, so expect to hover somewhere between 85 and 100% affinity, which 85% is about what we're looking to hit anyway. Going for 100% isn't always worth it. However, with the Agitator 5 versions of this set, you're able to get a little bit more crit than you would in the Agitator 4 versions, but these Agitator 4 versions do allow you to get a lot more damage. That +15% from Offensive Guard 3, that +8 and +2% from Attack Boost 4 far beats out going from Agitator 4 to 5. Those are much higher damage increases than just that +4 attack and the +5% affinity that we see increasing from Agitator 4 up to Agitator level 5. Now for the Insight Glaive footage you're seeing in the background, just as an example, I used a Razor Sharp 3 Burst 1 talisman. Because I'm using the Omega Insight Glaive in this background footage, being able to keep my sharpness up there with the slightly less efficient slots that the Omega Insight Glaive has, as well as having the synergy skill on that specific Insight Glaive that allows me to make up for the times where Leviathan's Fury and that +15% affinity isn't active. So again, you can totally play around with this based on your weapon type, your weapon of choice. Again, I main Charge Blade, so I know a lot more about the optimal Charge Blade setups than I do anything else, which is why I opted to show this with Charge Blade. You can definitely feel free to use your imagination, use your personal charm collection to really build out this set. So the TLDR, all you need on your charm is 1 weakness exploit, 1 agitator, or 1 burst. The other skills and slots are just a cherry on top to help improve this build even further, making it genuinely one of my favorite builds right now to play with. Again, huge shout out to Poker for sending this one over to me. He's a great guy. He does a ton of great work behind the scenes to help build out our meta builds. So I greatly appreciate him sending this over and allowing me to use it in a video. If you guys have any further questions about customization, whether for your specific weapon, whether or not a specific charm you have will work, do feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to read and answer all of them as quickly as I can. If you did find today's video helpful, be sure to drop a like down below. It supports the channel completely for free. If you're watching on mobile, you can swipe over from the comments section and hype up the video. It's a new thing YouTube has added to help out smaller creators like myself. So if you think other hunters should be seeing this, then definitely head down there and hype up the video. If you'd like more set videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, it's totally free and you can always change your mind if you find the content just isn't for you. With all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I wish you all a good day and happy hunting.